Look the way he's lying. That's a little bit sus. Cross your legs, put your hands like that. So what a no Dillon Danis, but what did you think of the press conference in general?
Thought it was great. Yeah, it was good fun, man. It's always nice to see UFC legends that are fused with the boxing world. Now we have an MMA fight in the middle of a boxing world fused with MMA legends. It's just, you know what I mean? What a cocktail. It's fucking fantastic.
I love the way Davin Till said, this is a circus, Luke, embrace it. And it's a good way of putting it, but it's a good circus with some really good fighters. Like, everyone's actually skilled. Remember when Misfits Boxing first started and it was like, you know, everyone like couldn't fight. Like, now everyone's like really good. The talent pool is a lot better, isn't it? I know you can't give away too much. General strategy, is it, are you going to try and keep it on the feet? Are you going to mix in some takedowns yourself? Anything that you can give us in terms of how you're going to approach the fight? We know what his game plan is.
MMA, was always about raw fighting in the ring with a minimal, if you think about it, it's a very minimal rule set. There isn't really a lot that you can't do, but look at it for what it is. MMA was always, it doesn't matter what skill set you have. It's not about your weaknesses. It's about your strengths.
No.
You have to play your strongest card. Do you know what I mean? You have to go, play to your strengths and fight, because the minute that you try and fight a battle that isn't yours, the minute a wrestler tries to become a striker or a striker tries to become a wrestler, that's where it all goes horribly wrong.
Yeah.
And people just seem to think, for some unknown bizarre reason, that BJJ or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighters, they seem to have the upper hand, but there's a big difference between MMA Jiu-Jitsu and wrestling versus just Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
When you can incorporate Jiu-Jitsu into an MMA fight and lead in with good striking, good footwork, all these different kinds of things, then the Jiu-Jitsu is relevant because you can set it up.
Yeah.
But if you can't set up the attack, i.e. I can defend the attack, that's where it gets interesting. Yeah. And no one at home seems to realize this. Yeah. Real fighter fans understand that that's the reason why this is a 50-50 fight. Because I'm a very good striker. Yeah. Dillon is a very, very good jiu-jitsu fighter. So when this is brought to the ground, it's not good news. When it's on his feet, it's horrible news for him.
You've tried a couple of points there. So there's a lot of fighters in the UFC who've came in as BJJ specialists and they've won the first couple fights when they're against lower tier competition. But as soon as then they go up against people with really good footwork, they can't get the takedowns because they don't have the wrestling pedigree in terms of being able to shoot a really strong double leg takedown, say like George St. Pierre used to.
Just sounds gay, doesn't it? BJJ specialists.
Yeah, BJJ. If you've got really good footwork, you'll be able to avoid those takedowns because Dillon doesn't have that like power shooting double. He's a bit more try and get you and then pull you down. I remember Conor McGregor saying when he was fighting Khabib, he threw his entire game plan out the window of like being a really good striker, and it was all of a sudden focused on, right, okay, we need to match his wrestling rather than play into his strengths.
Yeah.
So that's what you're building your camp around at the moment, like really working on your strengths then.
That's a fantastic point. It's a great point, and it's super relevant to Dillon Danis as well, because Dillon Danis, his gatekeeper, Conor McGregor, he actually hates Dillon's style. Conor hates Dillon's style of fighting. He's just backing him because they're brothers.
Yeah.
But if Conor and Dillon were having a little talk in a room, they'd probably be like, when are you going to be a real fighter?
Yeah.
When are you actually going to stop diving for everyone's ankles and linking up for dear life and submitting people by bum sniff? When are you actually going to stand on 2 feet and have a fight and be a man about it? Go on.
Yeah.
If McGregor was talking to Dillon now, McGregor, tell him, say to him, why don't you try and strike and knock him out?
Yeah.
Because you're going to be a far more solidified, well-rounded MMA fighter. The MMA community are going to be so much more respectful of you, bro, if you strike.
Yeah.
And you show them you can strike. Because no one's seen that version of Dillon Danis.
Yes.
The only version of Dillon Danis we've seen is the ball sniffing version.
Yeah.
That's it.
His stock is like, it used to be quite high because he was coming into the Logan Paul fight and everyone was like, come on, we want you to beat Logan Paul. But his stock hasn't really done too great since then. So I think even if hypothetically he was successful with that approach, I don't think it would do much for his stock. So like, I think it's good if he can strike with you, but I still think you've got him there anyway. And I just don't think he's going to be successful with the takedowns. This is my early prediction, just because of the footwork, and he doesn't really have that dynamic style. He did actually, in his couple MMA fights that he's had, he gets caught. he actually gets caught as well. So is it 4-ounce gloves?
Yeah, I believe so.
So what's the fight camp at the moment? So you said, maybe talk a little bit about you going to where you're going for the fight camp.
Yeah, so in this fight, I'm actually going to just get rid of all my striking and just go full on wrestling and just try and choke them out. Yeah, I'm probably going to go to Iceland and go and train in a jiu-jitsu gym, which is, I believe, Gunnar Nelson has a jiu-jitsu gym out there. So I'm going to go take some lessons from him because, that's where Connor trained. And, I'm probably going to head out there. Iceland, cold place, love it, get to see some volcanoes, get to make some underground ovens and cook steak and live like a real G for a little bit, sniff some pussy. I don't know. Just do G shit, and then come in and strangle him and say, you've been strangled by a boxer.
Oh, I like that last bit, sniff some pussy. You're well versed with kicks. That going to be a part of your game plan? Are you going to get some low kicks in there, or can't you really say?
Yeah, spinning back kick.
Yes.
Forward McTwist dragon kick. Spinning samurai death kick.
I love it.
And Dragon Ball Z Super Saiyan uppercut. That's definitely going to be in there.
Okay.
And the Hadouken. Don't forget the Hadouken.
Okay. Right, do you have like a general, I know this is like a proper general journalist question, but like prediction going into the fight? How do you think the fight's going to go?
I think Dillon Danis is going to get strangled by a boxer.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Crazy if we've seen that. Warren Spencer, we'll actually attend the event and watch it ringside. Why are you laughing, mate?
Because just imagine, really. Just imagine one just clapping him by the neck. And physically, I've seen it in my head and I've physically just seen it. Just fucking strangling Dillon's hands and everyone's just like, what the fuck is going on here?
That'd be so good. Right, okay. So, nice one, lads. See you later.